What's going on, y'all? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, 82? You always up in here first. Shout out to you. Haven't entered anything yet. These are some trade ideas. Haven't entered anything yet. We got a new 5 minute about to pop up. Caught this huge move yesterday. We'll break this down a little bit. Gonna wait for some more people to hop in. But you already know the drill. You guys got any questions? Drop in the chat. When we're looking at the charts, drop them in the chat. What's going on, JD? What's going on? We're looking at a possible gold sell right here. Way to see if it can hold this level as a resistance. If we can hold 2026 as a resistance, we're going to look for continued sales going back to 2020, just like yesterday. But this time, we're going to see if we can hold 2020 as resistance and see if we can continue to push down. But it did a nice move yesterday. And, we just got a lot of range going on still. As far as news today, we do got a Canadian news event at 12:45, some more New Zealand news, but that's pretty much it today. So, again, we're just waiting for volume and our confirmations like usual. Yo, what's going on, Christian? Yeah, I wasn't talking either. Yeah, I wasn't talking. I was just looking at the charts. I wasn't saying nothing. You guys got any questions? Drop in the chat. We're looking at charts. Drop in the chat. Cut this huge GU move yesterday. Broke this down in yesterday's live as well as took it during yesterday's live. Gonna be looking for another sell setup. If it can't hold 25.60 as a resistance, we could see some retracements go back up to around 25.90, 2600. We're gonna wait to see if we can hold this level first. Took a good G. Well, we did take a G. We took a GJ sell. Hit TV1, then it rejected back up. So again, we got a lot of these pairs. We're just waiting for some volume to break these next levels. G is a perfect example. It was nice and bullish. struggling to continue to push up. It's also struggling to push down. So we're kind of in this box right here. So kind of just like last week with a couple charts like GJ and gold, we're waiting to see which side of the coin price is going to land on. Just like GJ. GJ was pushing up, failed to break this resistance level, made a lower low, right? But struggled to break the support level, treat it as resistance, which is what's needed for the downtrend to continue. So we see this happening with a lot of charts. Let's get rid of some of these lines so you see what I'm talking about. All right, so let's get rid of this. Boom. All right, so struggling to break past this level right here. So we see this happening with a lot of charts. So again, we're just waiting for volume to either break through those levels, either above or below. Again, I don't really care what direction price goes. I'm just concerned about what direction it's going, so I know what my game plan needs to be. That's all I care about. What's going on? Nothing much, man. Nothing much. Starting off the week right. Just looking for some more setups. Are we in what? Those just joining the stream, we have not entered anything yet. These are just some trade ideas. We have not entered anything yet. Go ahead and hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal, free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. You guys got any questions? Drop them in the chat. We're looking at charts. Drop them in the chat. Still misery. I want to really appreciate that. What it really comes down to is just being picky and selective with the entries. Because again, a lot of people they have a good idea where to enter at, but the issue is, it's just the excitement of jumping in a trade, right? And when all you have to do is just wait like 15 to 30 minutes for that extra confirmation to avoid, fake outs, liquidity sweeps, and all that good stuff. Because a lot of times people get caught in those because price will touch a level. And just because price touched the level, that means it's going to continue to break past that level and keep pushing up or down. But that's not always the case, right? Just because price breaks the level doesn't mean it's going to hold that level. For example, right here, price broke this level here, but didn't hold, right? So who would have just waited like another 15, 20 minutes to wait for the retest, we could have clearly saw that price was not going to hold as low as resistance, and price wasn't going to continue to push down, right? Versus here, price broke this level, then off the retest, we saw price was continue to hold as low as resistance, and then price continued to push down. So that's what it really comes down to for the most part. And then, of course, trading with the flow of price. Again, I'm not concerned with, I don't care if price continues to push up or down. If it's not at my actual entry that I want to enter at, or if it's not going with the flow or the trend that we're in, just ignore it and just stick with going with the flow of price. When you just follow the trend, you always trade with the trend, and then you wait for those confirmations. That's going to help, increase your win rate and then decrease your lose rate. Because the reason why a lot of people lose a lot of trades, for the most part, assuming they know like a little bit how to read the charts or know how to read the charts, is just simply the impatience part. That's what it really comes down to. And of course, risk reward helps as well, but it doesn't have to really do too much with win rate. That's just profits and stuff like that. The 15 just popped up. I'm liking how gold's looking right here. I want to see if we can break these Lex levels, though. Looking at gold, and now watching the currency pairs as well. Mainly like in GU right now. Where's GU at? Yes, I'm looking at gold and GU right now. You guys got any questions? Drop in the chat. We're looking at each charts. Drop in the chat. We're gonna go over how we did yesterday and how we did last month in a second. I just want to make sure I'm not missing any setups really quick. Yeah, I got in the GU short too. No, I don't trade off order blocks. No, the reason why I took the trade was based off the direction it was going on the daily time frame. I look for my entries on the 15, but I don't take trades based on like what the 15 minutes is doing. I take trades based on what direction and trend prices on the bigger time frames. Well, that's good. You got into it as well, though. Yeah, a couple things when that's project. from the Sunday chart analysis so far, as well as the live yesterday. But again, we can see like a lot of struggle breaking these levels, which is kind of what we experienced last month as well for the most part. So that's really what we're waiting on. GU actually had no issues, but a couple other currency pairs, as we can see, was struggling. GU was one of those that didn't struggle yesterday to break a few levels. So we're looking for another possible sell setup right here. We took the nice sell on this yesterday. If you hit that first in the description, you're going to see the recap of yesterday as well as the link to the live. We took this nice GU sell. You can see we literally rode the entire wave down from the beginning of London session. He was dropped kind of 102 pips off that. Started week out with a bang. We took a GJ sell last night. We hit TP1 a couple times, then it rejected, and then shot back up and hit SL. It literally just hit SL like maybe the last 15. This is how we did last month. Last month, to start off the year, we went 20-0. It was 100% win rate. We caught 37,620 pips. This is how we did the week before that. Went 4-0, caught 17,347 pips. Monday, we caught 7,200 pips. Tuesday, 100. Wednesday, another 100 pips. Thursday, we caught 47 pips. And then Friday, we took 0 trades. And then where's it at? If you click right here, it's going to take you to the beginning of the month. And if you scroll to January 4th, you're going to see how we did last quarter. We'll go over that in a little bit. But yeah, that's how we're doing so far this week. And that's how we did last month. We'll go over the quarter in a little bit. This was that GJ sell we took. This was a nice drop we did on Monday. And then last night we took another position. We hit TP1, rejected that level, then hit stop loss. So again, we're either waiting for price to either try to reattempt to break below 186.40. We're going to look for another sell, or we're going to look to see how it reacts to 187.15 and see if we can look for another sell something there. But again, like we just went over for those that just joined the live, we went over this in the beginning. A lot of these charts are kind of struggling to break these levels, right? So if you understand how price moves and how price works, if y'all don't, I'm going to drop this video for y'all. So give me a second. Where's this link at? There it is. All right, there we go. So to understand how price moves or how the trend works, I highly recommend watching that video. In that video, I explain the rules of what is required for the trend to continue down or upwards. And as you can see, price for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days straight has hit this level of struggle to hold it as a resistance, which is what's needed for the downtrend to continue. Again, we look for sells off resistance, buys off support. And then when we go into the smaller time frame, we can see how price has struggled over and over again to really stay underneath this level here, right? And we also see that took place yesterday and today. So for the downtrend to continue, it's going to need to not only break past 186.40, but it's going to need to hold that as resistance to continue to push to the downside. But as we can see, we see a lot of retracements going on. So we're just going to let price retrace and do its thing. Let's see what gold's retracing. Gold's still kind of chilling right there. The NAS ended up going as projected yesterday as well. It did a nice push to the upside, where SPX didn't do such an aggressive push. So we're going to be looking for a possible buy setup here on SPX. If it can continue to hold 49.50 as a support, we can look for a possible buy setup here. There's a few possible setups we can look at right now. Just waiting for confirmations for most of them and for volume. As far as news, again, there's nothing too crazy going on today. We got some Canadian news at 12:45 and some more New Zealand news right before markets close for New York. But that's pretty much it. And then tomorrow, bland Wednesday. So it's not nearly as much news as far as, red folder news like last week. So we're really just going to be waiting on volume for the most part. We won't really have that news volume to help us break these levels like we did last week. You guys got any questions? Drop them in the chat. When we're looking at your charts, drop them in the chat. Love to learn. If people trade, appreciate that. How many people have you helped get funded? I don't know. I don't really keep count. I don't like jot down a list. I've helped multiple people, plenty of students, plenty of people that aren't students, but I don't have a list, so I can't give you an exact number. But I helped plenty of people. And that's what I do. I do to really help people out. You know what I'm saying? Like I give a lot of free information out. You know, you just gotta watch it and look for it. You know what I'm saying? I give a lot of free information out. Like I give literally projections, not just on a daily basis during the London session lives for free, but also I give out my projections for the week on a Sunday chart analysis. Like if you look at last week's Sunday chart analysis, the majority of the charts we went over went as projected. And so far this week, a few are going as projected as well. And if you look at yesterday's live, a lot of the charts we looked at went as projected from the live as well. So not only do I give out, potential setups and plays on a daily basis, but also, the weekly content I post on YouTube. There's a lot of information. Again, it's not like these other channels where it's like half explanations, which is why I do encourage y'all to watch my stuff because, again, like whatever the title says, that's what the video is going to be breaking over and showing y'all. And a lot of the stuff I talk about is important missing information that people either skip past or don't talk about, which is why a lot of people struggle when it comes to trading. You know what I mean? But you know where the link's at. Link in the description. Whenever you want to join and all that. But yeah, right now we're just chilling, patiently waiting for our confirmations. And no rush to enter any trades. Just waiting for our setups. You guys got any questions? Drop them in the chat. When looking at any charts, drop them in the chat. But we're just chilling, patiently waiting right now. I like it too a lot. I appreciate the RK. So what? Another other day you spoke about making the middle of the zone a 4 hour. I can't find a live where you talked about it. Can you elaborate more? But yeah, that's why I teach. Like that's why I have in a course and I teach in like one-on-one sessions. I teach how to identify the zones. The zones are support resistance levels, but they're not just any support resistance levels because obviously there's support resistance levels everywhere. Like I could like mark up this entire chart with just a bunch of support resistance levels. So it's not just finding support resistance levels, it's finding like ones where you see certain reactions and basically finding the levels where is the best at the time, and depending on what you're trying to go for, buys or sells, to look for those entries there, right? So if we just undo all these, I just marked off, boom, boom, boom. All right, cool. You can see how my blue and gold levels, when price hits these levels, it has these certain reactions without fail most of the time. Like each time it hits these levels, we see these reactions over and over and over again, right? And we also see that these levels can also be support or resistance levels, just like with gold, right? The price hits these levels, we see these reactions every single time without fail, either being treated as support or resistance. So the reason why we trade off these levels is because again, we do not control the markets. You hear me say it all the time. We do not control the markets. We only control a few things when it comes to trading. We control when we enter a trade, we control when we exit a trade, and we control how much we risk per trade. So since those are the only things we control, that's why it's very important to understand how price works, right? Because price doesn't just randomly move. Yes, there's manipulation technically, but it's not like it's not like what a lot of people make it seem like the banks are just out to get us, like the bears and the bulls are out to get us, like everything is out to get us. Like don't go outside at night. Like it's not like that at all. It's just a simple rules and algorithm that price falls without fail. You just got to take the time to understand what those rules are. So once you understand what those rules are, then you add and combine these levels, you literally know what direction price is going majority of the time, and you also know where to enter and exit at based on where we see these reactions. You know what I'm saying? Because again, like without fail, we always see certain reactions when price hits these levels. So basically, these levels help us know where the next big retracement could possibly happen, or where the best entrance or exit is. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that's about. And that's why you always see me only trade off these levels and wait for my confirmations. Like you never see me just jump into stuff without waiting for confirmations, or you never see me enter trades off these levels. You get what I'm saying? That's for that exact reason. Looks like Gold's trying to do something for us now. So we're gonna hop in up on this. Looks like it's gonna try to break for us. So let's see if we can break these levels. Because we see right here, price has been kind of struggling to hold below 2022 as well as break this level right here. So we're gonna see if price can do that for us. Good question though. You guys got any other questions? Drop in the chat. When looking at your chart, drop in the chat. Let's see if price can break this. Hit the wrong thing. Let's see if price can break this level right here. This is just on the stream. You see it on your screen how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. We went over how we did last month. We went 20 last month. Caught how many pips we caught? Caught 37,620 pips. As far as last quarter, if you scroll to January 4th, we went 76 and 7 all 3 months combined. October we went 32 and 5, 157,608 pips. November we went 22 and 1, caught 58,068. In December we went 22 and 1 again, caught 24,481 pips. Giving us a combined total of 240,157 pips caught. 207,561 strictly with the members in the advanced play signal room. Every trade posted as the date, the time the trade was entered, personal entry, SLs, TPs, how people view to enter the trade, reactions, TPs getting hit. All wins and losses are posted. Post a recap of the day at the end of every day. Post a recap of the week at the end of every week. And then beginning of the week on Sundays, I drop the Sunday chart analysis. Not just going over what I see price doing that night and Monday, but what I see price doing overall for the entire week. But make sure to watch this week's Sunday chart analysis as well. But yeah, that's pretty much what's going on so far this quarter, last quarter, all that good stuff. Right now, we're just waiting for some confirmations. Looking at GA buys, we could have took a buy here, but I want to wait and see if we can break and hold 93.55, 93.60. The main reason for that is because if we can break and hold this little back of support, we have a higher likelihood of the uptrend continuing and for buys to continue to push up. Versus here, it's kind of no man's land, especially because of how it's been behaving the past week or so. So that's why I'm not really messing with buys here. I'd rather wait for a buy setup right here. And then GU caught this nice sell on it yesterday. Nice 1 to 5 risk reward setup. Waiting to look for another entry on this. But as you can see, it's not holding it at a resistance yet. So that's why we're not going for a sell. Because again, we enter sells off resistance, we enter buys off support. So there's that. Then we're just watching SPX as well. So yeah, there's a few setups possibly look at, but we're just waiting for confirmations for the most part. Looks like the GBP pairs are still pushing up. Let's see what this one's up to. You guys got any questions? Drop in the chat. When looking at your charts, drop in the chat. Yeah, we escaped the range in this for like maybe a few days, but we're right back into it on a lot of these charts. We're right back in the range in this on a lot of these charts right here. We just see the mess on a lot of these charts. Got about 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes to the next 15 or 5 minute pops up. We're going to see what happens there. We're going to break this level, go for buys. What's going on, John? What's going on? Those just joining the stream, we haven't entered anything yet. These are just trade ideas. Go ahead and hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal through Telegram. You'll see on your screens how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok too, y'all. Y'all see it on the scroll at the bottom of your screen. Instagram playmaker underscore way, TikTok underscore playmaker way underscore. Make sure to check out the content on there as well, y'all. Looks like GU is about to try to reattempt to hold underneath this level. New 15 did just start. Let's see what these other charts are up to. GA is still pushing up. GA is still pushing up. Let's be actually reactive. So right now we're watching to see if we can hold this level because last time price broke below this level, it was rejecting a little bit, but now it's right back below, holding as resistance. If price can continue to hold 25.55 as resistance, we can look for sales going back down to around 25.25. So that's what we're looking at right here for GU. GB pair slowly pushing. Shout out to everybody in the live. I know this can kind of be boring, but this is just the reality of trading. This is the reality of trading. A lot of that stuff you see online is not how trading works. All these videos on how I made X amount of 5 minutes, 15 minutes. It's not how trading works. That's how a lot of people get messed up. You know, you're gonna have to wait for the setup. Now, from when you enter the trade and exit, it can take 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour. In some cases, the whole process doesn't take that long. Like you have to wait for your setups, you have to wait for your confirmations, you have to wait for volume. Again, we don't control charts. It's just like fishing, right? Just because we put the line in the water doesn't mean we're supposed to get a bite just because we threw the line in the water. You get what I'm saying? You guys got any questions? Drop in the chat. When looking at your charts, drop in the chat. But now we're just chilling, patiently waiting. Looks like these are trying to hold right here. We're gonna see how this 15 closes right here, y'all. Go slowly pushing. SPX rejected that level, which is why we ain't mess with it. So G, you can hold this level and try to push back down the next 15. This wouldn't be a bad sell setup right here. Again, if it can hold 25, 55, 25, 60 as resistance, we can see sells go down to around 25, 30, 25, 25. And if it can break that level, treat that level from support as resistance, which it failed to do so yesterday, it can continue down to around 24.95, 2500. Everything else I don't really like right now, just kind of like G right now in gold. Everything else is waiting for them to hit the next level and see how they react from there. We're going to be on for a little bit longer, y'all. Yeah, that's a nice strong push right there. Gold's probably pushing down as well. Yep, we just hit the next TP. Let me let the members know. TP1 just got hit. Make sure you hit that like button, y'all. If you're not subscribed, make sure you sub as well. Let's see if we can break this level here. Again, those of us here at the beginning was telling we need to break and hold this level to continue to push down. So we're about to see if we can do that. And then GU looks like they're ready to do that next move as well. I like how GU's looking too. I'm not gonna lie. You guys got any questions? Drop them in the chat. When looking at your charts, drop them in the chat. SL. I don't want the SL to be too big. Let me see what we're working with. I don't need it to be too big. Just put it right above this level right here. Make that shit super tight. Those just joining the stream, we haven't entered this one yet. This is just a trade idea. Go ahead and hit that first link in the description. Join a free signal, free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last month or last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. 1 second. We're having some trade ideas up right now. 95. 25. I like this setup right there. Doing a retest. I wouldn't be against it. I'm post a disclaimer. I wouldn't be against this sell setup right here. Kind of like how this looks right here. I might post this GU so kind of like how this is looking right here. Gold's still pushing as well. SPX rejected, so we're gonna leave SPX alone. Got alerts on GA and GN still. Yeah, I did a retest. It's holding this as a resistance. It could try to retrace it back above this level, but it's holding this level as resistance right now. So yeah, fuck it. Let's see what it do. Let's see if we can break that level down. All right, y'all. So we're gonna let these run. Okay, make sure to read that disclaimer if you're first time in the channel, the first time you ever seen that disclaimer. It might look like a big paragraph. I promise you, if you don't read it and you're new to trading, you're going to have questions. And a lot of times y'all be asking questions that are in that disclaimer. So just make sure to read it. It's just 11 lines, not even 11 sentences. It goes over how trading works, how the TPs work, how you should go about trading in general, and all that good stuff. So we're going to see if price can break these levels for us. We need to break this net first level first. Let's see how that goes. Yeah, so we're gonna let those run. I'm gonna also keep on watching GA and GM. We're just gonna let these run and do their thing. All right, and I'm caught up to the chat. I don't see anything else, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off. As you already know, in a couple hours, I'm gonna drop the New York price watch list for y'all. If you guys got any questions or want to contact me directly, y'all can DM me on Instagram or Telegram. And yeah, we're gonna be back at the same time tomorrow, London session, 3 a.m. EST.